Support for this program is provided in part by the State Center Community College District, including Fresno City College, Clovis Community College, Reedley College, Madera Community College Center, and Oakhurst Community College Center. Learn more about our free college program at sccccd.edu.
For the rest of the year.
So we're kicking off a little late. They had senior night activities for both of these two programs. Does that throw off preparation at all when things get dragged out a little bit as a coach?
You know, it does, but I think something like tonight, it's been worked up all week, so everyone's just savoring the moment. I was watching the crowd, I was watching the players, just eating up the moment, because this is one of those nights where it doesn't matter what your schedule's like or what your win-loss record's like. Now it's about bragging rights.
Indeed, and bragging rights between these two schools. We're not talking about league titles on the line,
nope,
anything like that.
Not at all.
I think that was pretty well settled last night with Sunnyside's win over Reedley.
That lopsided victory, unfortunately.
Exactly, but the Wildcats will be the North Yosemite League champions once again. But tonight, it's the battle for the pig, and that little pig named Poncho is what the Rough Riders would like to hang on to, and it's what the Fresno High Warriors would like to get back. Out of the field right now, the Roosevelt High School Marching Band and the Fresno High School Marching Band in a combined effort coming out as they will play our national anthem, and we will pause at that time.
You know, Dan, while they're coming out, take some time here. You talk about the pig, and then so I think it was under our watch where they lost the wooden pig, the original one, and then they got the other metal, 400-pound pig. But I'm telling you what, once you get your hands on that thing, you really don't want to give it up. You just want to keep it in your backpack, keep it in your truck, and just go, look, hey, we worked hard for this. It is a piece of bragging rights. It's kind of like when your brother or your sister, hey, I got this, and you got to wait.
Roosevelt High coming onto the field, Riders with a 4-6 record. And this is a night that means a lot to every one of them, particularly the seniors wanting to go out, having retained the pig. They've won it 3 consecutive years.
The Warriors of Fresno High are getting ready to enter the field.
Another big draw to this game is that sometimes we forget this is generational. A lot of guys coming in, hey, my granddad played here, or my dad played here, my uncle. So you look out in the crowd, you'll see a lot of guys with different colored jerseys. Maybe some varsity jackets don't exactly fit very well anymore. But this is the one night everyone comes out and they're just rooting.
We'd like to introduce the ladies and gentlemen of the Fresno High Junior ROTC program presents the colors. They are represented by First Lieutenant Angel Adla, First Lieutenant Quentin Martinez, Sergeant Pedro Adla, and Sergeant Carolina Pulido. Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
sponsor, the State Center Community College District, including Fresno City College, Clovis Community College, Reedley College, Madera Community College Center, and Oakhurst Community College Center. Learn more about their free college program at sccd.edu.
Speaking of that free college, what a system right now. Junior college, 2 years free. Hey, that is one definite cost-effective way to get your education.
Absolutely, and certainly transferring to four-year schools. Many universities in the state of California give priority to the transfers that come out of the community college system. So it's a great opportunity, great education. So the officials out at the center of the field, the two teams getting final instructions from their coaches before coming out. And as Coach Ray has mentioned, this game being generational, I for one can remember my father telling me stories about shenanigans about this game filling Ratcliffe Stadium back in the 40s when he was a student at Fresno High. It was the biggest thing in town. Outdrew Fresno State every week, and the quest to steal the pig, not maliciously, but just as part of the rivalry, was a huge thing. And this rivalry, of course, the oldest in the city of Fresno, one of the oldest in the valley.
Pretty incredible. Goes
back to 1930. So the Fresno High Warriors in the white jerseys, purple pants will kick off Roosevelt in the all-black tonight. Did you start that? Did you start the all-black uniforms when you were the coach of the Riders?
I'd like to say yes. I'd like to say that we've kind of transcended a little bit. We kind of went against the grain, and now you're looking at the fruits of our labor, most definitely here.
And you were successful in your third year winning the pig?
Oh yes, I think I was very surprised that we gave it back because it was not going to leave anywhere. We came close, the second year, but the third year was the one.
This game is underway. And it was fielded on the knee, so that downs it at the 32-yard line, which is where Roosevelt will begin the game. And one of the things, Coach, we never know is how Vince Brandstetter, the Rider head coach, is going to come out. We see him in the Wildcat with Dejon Giddens, who is one of the more explosive players in the Valley. Joe Theus has got a tremendous arm, and Christian Valenzuela at times will line up at center. So you never know what he's going to come out in.
Very much so. One good thing about Coach Brandstetter is that he's had a lot of success at other schools. Whether or not he was a head coach or not, he's been very successful at other schools. And so, you know what? Hey, replication is the greatest form of success.
They're in the Wildcat with Dejon Giddens. That's Theus who takes the handoff. And he's out to the 35.
At the 35-yard line, number 5, Andrew Lopez.
He definitely fought for those other 2 yards. That's a nice job, because that was something out of nothing.
The line of Fresno High.
So Lopez, actually number 5, Andrew Lopez, the ball carrier. Those are the football at the 35. Big crowd tonight.
Oh yeah, looks like the second Halloween.
It really is. And that's Theus. Gives to Giddens. Picks up 2.
And we were just talking about that double wing. Multiple formations. They're really surprised to see him under center. So maybe now going to the air, because like we were watching earlier, quarterbacks throwing some nice balls.
He looked real good in pregame, but that is something you have to do. If all you're going to do is run, whatever formation you're in doesn't matter. They're going to play the run, but you've got to successfully start opening it up, getting the ball up in the air.
Getting that feel right now.
Giddens in the Wildcat. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. That's Lopez in motion. Giddens keeps it. Oh, he's got a big hole.
Oh, and he gets the first down.
Up to the 47-yard line, Dejon Giddens.
I think we're going to be calling his number a lot tonight.
Well, it's one of the things we have seen in the 3 Roosevelt games we've done, is when the ball is in his hands, exciting and explosive things happen.
Yes. We were talking a little bit earlier, a lot of playmakers on this team. So they're probably going to elevate their play to match his.
This is Theus, give to Giddens. Looking for a hole, and he'll pick up about 3.
Down at about the 50-yard line, Dejon Giddens. Sought by number 2 and number 6, Jonathan Moa, and Dominic.
Almost in Fresno High territory.
So
getting there.
In 4 plays, they picked up 16 yards rushing in 4 plays. Why bother throwing when you can do that?
Exactly. If you got the personnel, you might as well just chew up the clock. Let them play the hurry up and wait.
And it will wear down a defense over time. By the fourth quarter,
oh yes,
that's when that shows. Up under center. Theus is going to throw it. He's got a couple of receivers open. That's Lopez to the 40. He's got room. There he goes. Lopez down at the 10-yard line.
Ate up a whole bunch of that green right there.
First down. Stop by number 8, Guadalupe Lopez for the Warriors.
What's nice about Roosevelt right now is that they're playing consistent. Not a big sense of urgency, just running plays. Just run them, run them. They haven't had any plays that have only gone for 0 yards. It's either 2 yards or 7 yards, and that one right there, what, 30, 40?
43 yards on that completion. Theus remains at quarterback out of the pistol. He had 2 receivers go either side of him, but Giddens now shifts to the backfield and takes the handoff.
Changing direction.
One defender. They'll get maybe 2 yards out of that, maybe ran for 30 and picked up 2.
Right now, that defense definitely has to wake up. Whether it be Roosevelt's tie formation or wide formation, that defense is doing a lot of running right now.
Take another look at it here. You'll see Giddens tries to find a hole off this is the pass play, the previous play, and Theus throwing on the run very effectively. That's not easy for a young quarterback to do.
Not even close, not even close. But nice accurate throw, chews up some yards.
So second down and goal for the Riders. Theus at quarterback. He's got 2 backs behind him in the I formation. Lopez in motion. And we've got a timeout called by Vince Brandstetter.
Oh, that's kind of early.
It is.
He must really not like that one, especially on a second down. Because me as a spectator, I'm thinking, well, hey, take a gamble.
Well, the formation was much different from what we've seen in any of their plays, so maybe there was a little bit of confusion there. Who knows?
Who knows? But right now, he's less one timeout. That defense over there saying, thank you, Coach Brandstetter.
You know, you're right, because they have really been pushed around so far in this one, and a breather would be a good thing for them right now.
I know I was watching when they're when they're breaking the huddle. I was already watching a couple of down linemen. Down linemen already had their hands on their hips, and it's only 4 minutes in the game. But look how much they've gone from the 30 all the way down, to the almost to the end zone.
8-yard line, 6-yard line now.
That's a lot of running.
It is.
And as much as I want to say that, Roosevelt has a they have backups. And I'm looking over at the Fresno High side. Hey, this is an Iron Man football right now.
Yeah, theirs is a very small squad this year. This rivalry, as we said, dates back to 1930. Fresno High won the first 10 meetings before Roosevelt managed to claim the pig in 1940. Had a great message from up to the line of scrimmage here on second and goal. Theus fakes the handoff, play action. Looks like he's going to keep it.
Oh, almost in the end zone.
So Theus picks up 5. He's ridden out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Started to say Paul Leffler, the terrific voice of the Fresno State Bulldogs, sent a message about an interview he had done on his radio program with Stan Pilgus, who was a member of that 1940 team and did some reflecting.
1940.
Absolutely. Got to check Paul's website and listen to that. It goes to Giddens, and he's in the end zone.
Not touched. I definitely don't think Fresno High's out of it right now, but I think they're a little bit shocked.
So the Rough Riders marching downfield with ease. And Dejan Giddens going over from 2 yards out for the first score of the night.
Number 3, Christian Rousseau, the holding the ball for number 16, Luis Arteaga. Down, it is up.
That support is good, so the Riders on top by an early score of 7-0 here. 7 plays got them into the end zone as they march 70 yards
That's tough. I'm already watching the guys out there. The game's not over. The game's not over. You can score right now. You haven't even been on the field on offense yet. So guess what? This is your chance.
Glad you're with us here on CMAC tonight, whether you're watching on Comcast Xfinity Channel 94, AT&T Uverse Channel 99, Cablecast app on Roku or Apple TV, or on cmac.tv/edu. Glad you're with us. We've got students from the video production program at Fresno High who are handling camera work and other responsibilities as part of their class program, and we're delighted to have them with us and compliment them on their work thus far in the game.
That is so cool that we have students doing this. Where was this when we were in school?
Oh, I know it. This is a great program that they've got going within Fresno Unified. And the students we've had this year have been terrific, getting great hands-on experience to move on into other endeavors.
Oh, he's got some speed on him.
And manages to get it out to about the 18 after a little bit of difficulty early. And not exactly the best of field position for the Warriors as they get this thing going. Nathaniel Nahara, the quarterback for the Warriors, and as you saw last week in our telecast of their win over McLean High, boy, was he impressive. Did not play in the first quarter, but once he came in, he was terrific. Counted for 4 touchdowns as they defeated the Highlanders 32-17 for their first one of the season. So they come in 1-8 and 1-3 in North Yosemite League play. Nahara. He's got a wide open receiver streaking up the right hash mark, and he overthrows it.
This could become a game real fast. Wow, he had no one in front of him. That's 6. That is 6. He's going to settle down. He's going to settle down already. You rush the throw a little bit, then put a little more air underneath that guy, and guess what? That's 6.
And that's the key. Sometimes when your emotions take over, you fling it, and when you're calm and really thinking things through, you know to get a little different arm angle, get a little air under the football. It's going to help your receiver out, but most of all, it's going to improve your accuracy. 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Brown in motion. They're going to keep it on the ground. They are very close to if they do not have a first down.
Stopped by number 7, John Penley for the Red Riders. Then for the Warrior first.
Yeah, we're confused here because number 21 is not on our roster.
So 21 is also the young man that got the 7 yards off the kickoff.
Exactly.
Lots of speed. So we've seen speed. We've seen good arm strength on the quarterback. We've seen speed from the receivers. They have all the elements, and he has time to throw. This could be a game. They already got another first down.
Picks up 10, 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Look out. This is Cameron Brown. Brown up to about the 37-yard line before a pair of defenders bring him down.
What's great about Fresno High right now is with a record of 1-8 is that the pressure's not on Fresno High per se. The pressure's on Roosevelt to maintain that dominance. So you're looking at these guys right here. They haven't had a lot of success throughout the year. They win last week, so you want to ride that high. Now, granted, they haven't a lot of touches on the ball, but right now, when even the receiver got the ball, hey, that was still positive yardage. Didn't fumble it. Positive yardage is positive yardage.
2nd down 3 for the Warriors. Signs on their sideline over in the stands. Poncho come home, taking my boo back. They want that pig. And again, that fleet back with a first down across the 40-yard line.
We got a ringer. We have a ringer. Even our announcer.
Yeah, absolutely stymied by that one.
This number 21. We'll call him Speedy. The 21 is your son out there. Hey, no offense, but he is very speedy.
So the ball is at the 44-yard line of the Warriors, 1st and 10. Their 2nd first down on this drive. And again, quick.
Eats up another 8 yards.
To the far side.
Another 8 yards right there. What I'm really impressed with the Fresno High right now is that they've run, if you chart their plays, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, 1 in the middle. They're spreading everything out right now. That's a heck of a job. You look at the Roosevelt's defense right now. I wouldn't say they're in a frantic motion right now, but the little inconsistencies.
But they know they can't play vanilla.
Yeah, you cannot, right? You can't pin the ears back.
Second down 4 for the Warriors. On the reverse, this is Brown. He's
nice
across
block.
midfield into Roosevelt territory, and he's got the first down, shoved out of bounds at the 44 of the Rough Riders.
Slot receiver did a nice job sealing out that edge. He didn't seal that edge. Delvey doesn't get that first down.
Roosevelt 43-yard line.
Although I am a little biased for the Roosevelt Rough Riders, I love seeing a good football game.
Absolutely.
And the Fresno High Warriors doing a fantastic job right now, answering the call.
Third first down of this drive, 1st and 10 now at the 43-yard line. Mahara is going to throw the football. No, he pulls it back. Now he's in trouble. That's a big sack. A 12-yard loss.
Second and a whole bunch. This is actually a really good test right here. Let's see what happens. How do you react to a bad play? You know what's been really effective for them are those swing passes. Swing passes.
They have been very successful.
They've got some speed.
And as effective as he has been and as successful as those plays to him have been, got to keep calling it until they're able to stop it.
Exactly. And that's just not being with a lot of experience, because at that time, probably should have thrown it out.
2nd and 22, and we've got a timeout correction. Well, we're going to get a penalty, our first of the night.
It's okay. That was on purpose. He wanted that. He wanted that extra yardage to throw the long ball.
Penalty assessed. Ball down at the 40-yard line.
So after losing 12 on the quarterback sack, they lose another 5 on the penalty. And that will bring up 2nd and 27 for the Warriors.
How many is Roosevelt going to bring right now?
Anxious to see what those linebackers do.
We got a blitz. There we go.
Mahara. Oh, what a tremendous catch. Is it a catch?
Are they going to give it to him? Wow.
Looks as though they are.
Oh, clean that up, guys. Clean that up. That's the beautiful piece about that. You didn't have to get the first down right now. They blitzed too, but guess what? You blitzed too. You're wide open. That was a heck of a job by the quarterback, Najera.
So it's going to be 3rd and 16 now for the Warriors. They've got to get the football down to about the 32-yard line. Let's see if we've got another look at that play.
That was a beautiful play.
Catch that was made on that play.
They brought to that one side. Oh, there it is.
Mahara to Brown. So big play here for the Warriors. Mahara going up to the air. And it's incomplete through behind his receiver.
Just a little bit further. Tried hitting that back shoulder. But, then again, it's easiest for say up here, but he had about 7 guys in his face.
Absolutely. So the impressive drive stalled by the sack and then the penalty, and now Fresno High is going to punt this football away.
Impressed, though. Hey, for the most part, if it wasn't for that one play, I think they had momentum going their way.
Andrew Lopez, deep to receive the punt, stands at the 15-yard line. A very high punt, and they're going to let it bounce.
Oh, good bounce.
And it rolls dead at about the 17, 18-yard line, and that's where the Rough Riders will begin their second possession of the night.
All right, Dan, so you got about 3 minutes left, 3 minutes and 45 seconds. You throw it or just keep chewing the clock up?
Well, I think he did a good job just running the football.
Oh, I agree.
And especially when you got a guy like Dejon Giddens in the backfield, just keep putting it in his hands.
It's a huddle highlight.
Exactly. And we watch the defense down below us. You can't see it on your screen, but they get up around their coaching staff and looking at videos immediately as the Riders 1st and 10 come up. Joe Theus, the quarterback, back in the pistol. Giddens alongside of it. And that's Giddens. And he's still running beyond the first down marker. Picks up about 14 yards.
He will not be denied.
First down, Raiders.
One of those things, if I'm a coach up here, and I'm telling the guys downstairs, hey, defense, you guys are very flat-footed right now.
One of the things I've noticed, and it's not to take anything away from his ability, which is tremendous, but players tend to tackle him high, and it's not going to work. You've got to, knock the pins out from under him or wrap him up around the ankle.
Exactly. Get him off balance. No one's going to take him down solo.
Theus to Giddens again.
And to your point, you just said it right there.
There he
goes. Arm tackles.
Pushed out of bounds at perhaps the 25-yard line.
When you come down to it, football is not a game of finesse per se. There's a reason why you have pads.
So here's another look at this one. Once he got to the outside, it was a track meet.
Yes, it was. He's a hand me the baton.
Picks up about 35 yards on that one. 1st and 10 down to the Fresno High 25-yard line. Theus. Nice touch to Lopez.
Yeah, that play to Lopez right there, that's the second time they ran that play tonight. This is the second time there was nobody near him.
And it's a first down.
Good enough for the Roosevelt first down. 1st and 10 from
So the ball down to the 14-yard line now. So 3 plays, 3 first downs. That's a nice kind of a drive for a head coach.
Oh, gosh, yes.
2 receivers to either side. Theus in the pistol. Giddens now in the backfield. Last time we saw them do that, it was a touchdown. Giddens manages to get outside, and I believe I think he scored. Down and then some.
Oh.
Down to about the 5, it looks like.
First down.
Difficult part to watch right now is watching the defense. It's more like they don't want to tackle right now. That's unfortunate because their defense, their offense is working hard, and I know some of those guys go 2 ways, but you got to stop. You got to have one stop and just get back into the game for yourselves.
So it's 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Last time this happened, we saw
the Theus. Gideon.
The handoff. Exactly. Last time we saw
take a pick.
Giddens from 2, and now they're back in the I formation. Theus tripped.
Have a flag on the field.
On the offense. A little break for the Fresno High Warriors.
So first penalty of the night on the Rough Riders. It'll bring up 1st and goal from the 6-yard line as opposed to the 1-yard line. They have, since fielding that punt, they have run 4 plays, and each one has been a first down. Giddens, an 11-yard run, Giddens a 35-yard run, a 10-yard pass, Giddens a 12-yard run.
And he's in again.
There you go. Here's Giddens with his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Rough Riders extend their lead.
I'd imagine if they get one more stop with Fresno High right now, that pretty much it's not going to be opening up the playbook, but hey, let's get everybody in. Get everybody some reps. For one team, that's going to be really good. For the other teams, that may not bode so well.
And the extra point is good, so the Rough Riders on top 14-0. 5 plays, put them in the end zone. And it's now a commanding lead for the Rough Riders, and Fresno High, which had a very successful start to their last possession, will try to see if they can put that back together and not self-destruct with penalties.
And amazingly so, that whole drive, one play stopped the momentum.
Exactly.
Just one. And of course, you've seen enough games that can't happen.
Well, and you made a good point. These are young players. Their judgment, their decision-making, based on the number of reps they've had and the in-game experience they've had. A more experienced quarterback might very well have thrown that football away. And Nahara took the loss, or took the sack, lost 12 yards on it, and that pretty much ended the drive.
And that's coming from experience.
Exactly.
Number 21. Speedy gets it again.
On the return, out to the 20, and a penalty flag.
Wow.
A couple of flags.
He made something out of nothing.
He absolutely did.
Wow. That's deserving of a replay.
Brought down by number 38 for the Rough Riders.
So we talk about this battle for the pig, the little big game rivalry beginning in 1930. It was in 1946 that they began awarding the perpetual pig, the little brown pig as it's called.
Look at this. From one side of the field to the other.
Looks like they've got him pinched.
There are 5 guys right there. Something out of nothing.
Well, the penalty is going to put them back to the 10-yard line.
Well, Dan, you know, I wouldn't change my recipe if I was Fresno High. You know, I think they did the right thing, especially when they had, you know, second down and a whole bunch. Just chunk it away. 7 yards at a time, 5 yards to spread the defense. Just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, the play calling was terrific the last time out.
Yeah.
Just a matter of not making mistakes.
Yes. And once again, it goes going back down to touches.
Nahara. This is Brown. Trying to juke his way clear, maybe gets a yard, possibly 2.
That's one of those plays where you know, your quarterback just tells you, hey man, just get the yards. don't dance, just get the yards.
Stop at number 26, John O'Neill. Gain of about 3 yards.
That was Maurice Mathis on the reception rather than Cameron Brown. So he picks up 3 yards. Brings up second down and 7 for the Warriors. 3 receivers to the right side of Nahara. Quick pass. Trying to set up that.
Nice job, Cameron Brown. Picks up the first down. Just like that. Throw left, throw right. Now the thing is, even as a defense, you kind of know it's coming, but you still got to stop it. And with that arm, that kid right now that has Najera, wow, he's throwing some darts. He settled down after that first throw.
That's right, absolutely
he
right.
settled down.
And you wonder if they'll come back to that.
Oh, goodness.
Play like this might not be a bad time to come back to it. Sitting first down, they've been going short, pulling the defenders up. Theus is deep in that free safety spot. Nahara, 3
Do it again to the
receivers
left.
To his left. And on the give.
Oh, runs on the short side.
Number 21, tackle from behind.
Picks up 5 yards.
Down at about the 26-yard line.
See, they get to about the 26, it'll bring up second and 5.
Yeah, if you're Fresno High, you need a drive. If anything, eat up the clock. Just eat it up and just get a score. You really don't want
the Roosevelt defense.
You don't want Roosevelt's offense on there.
Nathaniel Nahara, the quarterback. I got a blitz coming. He gets rid of it.
Oh, there's
quickly.
nobody there.
There's
That's
the
yards.
Oh,
That's
he's
yards.
got plenty of room.
There's nobody there.
Across midfield.
Oh,
Nathaniel Nahara.
that was a fantastic call. Fantastic call. What I was thinking is I saw those guys coming up on a blitz. I thought they were going to go right and do a vertical. There was only one man. No. Setting up for success. If you're Fresno High, you got to be feeling pretty good right now.
So Maurice Mathis.
Isn't that nice? Najera's getting the ball and getting rid of it
Quickly.
real fast. But
So
I'm really
Fresno High takes a timeout.
I'm kind of surprised how while I'm watching Roosevelt, they have a real soft cushion. And so they're giving that, so they're basically saying throw it, and then we're just going to have our guys fly and get you. But the only difference about that, or the only problem with that, is that they're going to fly and get you after 6 yards. So maybe some of that adjustment, they may show some man or mask that man look. But
So
go ahead.
48-yard pickup.
Oh, that was phenomenal.
The official call for tonight's game is the starting football.
And what's nice now, Fresno High gets the Jumbotron, so they get to see some cool stuff. Throw me a highlight.
So the quarter ends with Roosevelt on top, 14-0. But Fresno High with an impressive drive going. A couple of big plays. The 48-yard pass play to Maurice Mathis.
This is actually one of the best things for Fresno High right now. Fresno High hasn't seen the end zone a lot this year. And the closer you get to the end zone, of course, you get less time to throw. From the 30-yard line, from here, this is almost perfect. This is like this is basically your red zone. Because you get up there in the 10-yard line and then some, and you're not successful getting in the end zone, my bet's going to be on the defense.
So the Warriors up at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, ball sitting at the 29. And again, Nahara trying to get rid of that quickly.
That was a forward pass. That was good.
Incomplete. Intended to number 21.
21 definitely had it. But you got to catch the ball first, and then run second. Catch and then run.
But they've done a nice job of just getting the ball out of there. And
oh, yes. Phenomenal job.
Making that defense chase.
And these aren't moral victories by any means. They're earning those. They're earning all those yards. Oh, and there's another 5.
We have a flag on the field. Ball start against the Warriors.
Oh. That's what you don't want. So roughly, you have 2 downs to get 13 yards right here, but is that going to be the mindset? Or is it going to be, hey, let's go for the end zone? Me personally, I'm hoping they just chip away and just get the first down.
So you're now looking at 2nd and 15 with the ball at the 34-yard line for the Warriors. Fresno High coming off their first win of the season last week. Come from behind, win over McLean. And this drive has been very impressive. Again, a quick one. Roosevelt adjusted.
They finally adjusted to it. He read that.
Julian Lopez, the receiver, brought down as soon as that football touched his fingers.
But actually, that kind of works well. Eventually, it can work well for Fresno High's benefit. Because as soon as he sees that one shoulder turn, that corner flew. So if you get a fake pump right there, hey, and he's coming up, there's no one in the back. So guess what? That could be a potential touchdown.
Ball now back to the 38-yard line of the Rough Riders and makes it 3rd and 19. Mathis and Brown, the 2 go-to receivers at the top of your screen. Nahara rolling. Gets a great block.
Oh! In his hands.
Threw into triple coverage right there.
Yeah, that was pretty gutsy.
Pulled it off.
He threw a dart. He threw a nice little dart there.
Here's Jones for the Rough Riders. Brings up 4th down for the Fresno Warriors.
Well, in a 4th and 19 now for the Warriors.
You push him back, or you know what? Hey, we're going 4 down territory.
They're going to go for it.
They're going for it. Problem is, they already know that you have to get the first down. So everyone's playing back.
Nahara threw behind the receiver, and the ball's going to go over on down.
Roosevelt football.
Well, Fred Clark not with us tonight. He's convalescing at home after a bit of some surgery this week, and we wish him well. And in addition to soaking up the sympathies of his wife Gloria, he's been texting us.
Yeah.
And from home, he has let us know that the number 21 for the Warriors is Max Leonueva.
Speedy has a name.
Fred, you're the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Fred.
1st and 10, Roosevelt at their own 38-yard line. They have a timeout on the field. Timeout, Fresno.
So Fresno High going to take a timeout as the Rough Riders begin their 3rd possession of the night, the first 2 having produced touchdowns. Fresno High has had 2 impressive drives, but they have both stalled due to penalties and miscues. CMAC is dedicated to empowering voices in our community through media. CMAC offers the tools and the training you need to create high-quality video content that's of interest to local audiences. Learn more about CMAC today and visit their website at cmac.tv. And again, want to compliment the students from Fresno High who are making up our production crew tonight, part of the video production program at Fresno High.
And they got the little cheer girls over here. I didn't even see them.
Feeder School is actively involved as well. They are getting big game fever, little big game fever at a very young age.
That's right. Just in time for the 100th by the time they get to school.
That's probably about right. So Rough Riders with the football. Got an I formation.
Oh, they go to the air. No one is there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open.
Oh,
hits him on the fly. John Finley with a big reception.
Wow, went right through the air. Hands are going up like who blew that coverage? But that was a blown coverage from the very beginning. There was nobody there.
41 yards on the Theus to Finley. That's at the 19-yard line.
Nice job by the Riders.
It's the kind of play we've been looking for out of Fresno High, and they've just missed it.
Oh, gosh.
And here the Warriors come out, and they connect on it.
We'll probably see it, but I hope it's not going to be too late.
Giddens inside the 5 and brought down at about the 1-yard line.
Rough Riders are knocking on the door right now for the 3rd score of the night.
So, and there are 2 plays after that exchange of downs.
Good job following his blocker. Look at that. Got an extra 4 or 5 yards out of that.
He's a very patient runner. He sees the field very well.
Well, when you had the ball 22 times a game, you get to practice.
And Giddens into the end zone with ease.
Fantastic job by the offensive lineman. Even I could have walked that hole.
You might have. I don't know about myself, but the offensive line doing a terrific job opening that hole for Dejon Giddens, who scores his 3rd touchdown of the night. So they have had a 9-play drive produce a score, a 5-play drive produce a score, and now a 3-play drive. And the extra point's good, so that makes the score 21-0 for Roosevelt with 9:52 to play here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, if they get a stop here, it'll be interesting to see if they keep their ones in or they just let the other guys get in.
Well, this is going to be a critical series for the Warriors. They would like to stay in this ball game and be in a position that with a break or a turnover, they could make something happen here and close the gap.
Yeah, and they're right there. It's not that they don't have the athletes. It's just one of those where, it's unfortunately, if you haven't seen the end zone a lot, this isn't probably the game that you're going to see a whole bunch either.
Number 3 and number 21.
So deep for the Warriors will be Maurice Mathis wearing number 3, Max Villanueva wearing number 21. And we have seen some electricity out of Villanueva tonight.
And they're going right back to him.
From the 15. Cuts back. Across the 40.
I'm not sure if you've seen what I'm seeing, but he's doing a lot of cuts.
He is.
And that's pretty impressive.
Well, Villanueva brings the ball from the 15-yard line out to the 40, which is where Fresno High will start their 3rd possession of the night.
Great field position right here.
Again, this is the 90th Little Big Game, and that title, Little Big Game, comes in homage to the big game, which is the Stanford-Cal college football rivalry, one of the oldest, one of the most intense in the country. And in homage to that, in respect to that, in 1930, when these two met, this rivalry game was tagged the Little Big Game. He's got room to run, but he's
barely gets it off.
He's got his man. That's Brown. Very close to a first down. Taking a look at the trophy that they're playing for.
There it is.
That is Poncho.
That sucker is heavy.
The original was a little wood.
The original, yeah, it looks like a toothpick.
And it's
compared
gone.
to that, yeah. But they made sure that so that if anyone wants to take that guy right there, it's gonna take almost 2 people. So I have a nice picture of that in my den right now.
Oh,
when my daughter's little.
That's great. That began in 1946 as the prize for the winner of this game. The little brown pig, which of course in the early 2000s suddenly vanished.
Yes. All this conspiracy theories. I think Ray still has it. Ray, are you listening? Did I give you up, buddy?
Former Fresno High head coach Ray Reyes.
Yeah.
There were, certainly know, many years, over the years, there have been many schemes concocted by students to try and pilfer it.
I couldn't tell me how many times someone would come into me and go, "Hey, are you guys related?" And I go, "Yeah, he's actually my uncle." I go, "No way." I don't know it. I'm joking. No relation.
Well, they measure, and it is going to be
just short.
just an inch or so short.
If he would have danced around so much, I think he might would have got that first down. But it was kind of electrifying to see it, though. I'm just in awe because I can't do that anymore.
So it brings up third down at about an inch. Ball at the 49-yard line of the Warriors. Nahara from the pistol. 3 receivers, top of the screen. He's going to pitch it.
Ooh,
Away,
that was a flag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm surprised it wasn't thrown sooner. I was right in the back.
Either way, it picks up about 11 yards. But
and the white hat had the perfect angle to see that, too. Oh, that's coming back.
should mention our officials. Yep, the hold's going to bring it back. The referee, David Borboa. Our umpire tonight, Larry Kanagaki. The line judge is Julian Lopez. Vincent Andrews is the linesman, and the back judge is Irvin Floyd.
I do like the play calling, though, because they're trying to mix it up now. They know that they're kind of that Fresno High. I'm sorry, that the Roosevelt Rough Riders are reading those swing passes pretty easily. Why not give your ball to 21? He's a playmaker. Just give it to him.
Until they stop him.
Until they stop him. They are hitting him, and he's still getting about 5 or 6 yards after the first contact. Why not? You have nothing to lose. Go for it.
So they go from second down and an inch now to second down and 15 after the penalty. 3 receivers, bottom of the screen. Nahara. He's got Brown.
Brown's
got
still up.
Room.
Oh!
And he may be about 3 yards short of the first down.
Number one, Cameron Brown from number 7, Nathaniel Lopez.
Line judge kind of gave him a short about a yard, but hey, but still, look how much they gained. Nice job.
Correction on the pass from Nathaniel Nahara from Fresno.
See, that forward momentum.
47-yard line brings up third down and about 3.
They'll put the ball to the 47-yard line. It'll make it third down and 3. Warriors trying to keep this drive going. They have been their own worst enemy in their 3 possessions tonight with penalties.
Agreed. Got 4 down. They're bringing some hounds. Oh, there it is out the edge.
Fakes the handoff. They've got the first down, and that goes to Julian Lopez, who's down to the Rough Rider 45-yard line.
But that kind of goes back to what we talked about earlier. When you start sending the hounds, someone's going to be open, and that quarterback is really good. He's seen who's coming out the edge. Guess what? You come in, there's going to be a man open. And Roosevelt pays the price for that.
So big gain, about 22 yards on that one to the 43-yard line. Warriors have got some nice momentum going now. Villanueva once again. He's got 5. He's got more. He's got a first down.
21 forced out of bounds past the first down marker.
Back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs for the Warriors. And the positives have got to build some confidence.
Oh, most definitely. Because not only are they just mixing it around, they're getting positive yardage. Because how many times we've seen this game, about 2 or 3 times, that they've had a penalty, and that stopped, that's a momentum killer. But instead, we got that big gain in the middle, another big gain, so we're going left, right, left, right. Question is, are they going to keep it on the ground right now? Now they're at the 30-yard line or 32-yard line.
First and 10, ball at the 32-yard line.
I'll say soften it up.
Tahara overthrows a couple of receivers incomplete.
Hey, at least it wasn't picked. I'll give him that. Because you know the Fresno High Warriors right now are in 4-down territory.
Right. So the Warriors, a couple of big first downs on this drive as they have driven down to the 32-yard line of the Rough Riders. They're trailing 21-0. Important on this drive to try and put something on the board. Come away with something positive. They've been terrific between the 20s.
Almost, yes, agreed. Let's make it past the 20.
And the big rush flushes Nahara out of the pocket. But he's got a first down.
And for the first down. You know, something you talked about earlier, if it was easy, to teach a double wing. And this is where we were really effective in the double wing because we were 4-down territory in any area. And so it didn't matter. And so that's where we had that confidence with our linemen that, you know what, it doesn't matter. We are going to get the first down, especially in the 30-yard in.
So Nahara gets the football down to the 20-yard line as they're now in the red zone. 1st and 10 for Fresno High. Villanueva to his right, takes the handoff.
Finds the edge.
Oh, he picked up about 5.
Oh, he got laid out a little bit.
He did.
I was like, where'd he go? Where did he go? And picked up 5.
Legendary performances in these games and the many, many years of its existence.
Oh, goodness. What does he say? What's that saying? Pressure makes diamonds?
Absolutely right.
Very respectable. 2nd down and 5 to go from the 15.
Gives to Villanueva one more time. And he's got the
cuts
block.
it up. And he's down
to
save
the
that
4-yard line.
Oh, that was almost
11 yards.
touchdown right there. Who was that young man? Number 9?
That was Villanueva once again, the defender that came up.
Cifuentes? Or is that number 9? Maybe they go on a replay. But he whoever that was, definitely saved that touchdown. Oh, 26.
Nice job.
John O'Neill.
So the Warriors have driven out of the 5-yard line. Play action.
Oh, he was wide. There he is.
Wide open touchdown.
Nice job on the quarterback. Way to be patient. It was just a matter of time for Najera, wasn't it? Okay, so much for that blowout. That's good. That's an excellent comeback for the Fresno High Warriors.
And that certainly takes a lot of confidence over their sideline now.
Oh, look at the life. It's getting pumped back over there. Look at that.
You see the marching band up. You see the fans on that sideline up. The cheerleaders excited.
I see Grandpa dancing out there. Look at that. I love how they call the pig Poncho now.
Yes.
I love it.
They have a flag on the field.
I don't know, Dan. So it was encroachment. They're going to probably bring it up.
Defense, half the distance.
Go for 2.
I was just going to ask you that. You're the former coach.
Hey, I'm a runner, so guess what? You give me that, we're going to get those 2 yards. They're like, nope, we're just going to get that one right now.
You look over the coaching staff, and unless Nahara, who is the holder.
My guys wouldn't even look at me. They already know what's going to happen.
No good.
Maybe should have gone for 2.
Well, the touchdown makes this a 2-possession game now as Fresno High on the board. And one more look as Nahara did a great job. That's a tough pass going
that is a very,
side.
oh gosh. Yeah, he sidearmed that bad boy. Nice job.
And also nice job by Cameron Brown, who got himself wide open there.
Back in the end zone? Oh, yes.
Talk about some of the all-time greats who have played in this game. Maybe the greatest high school football player to come out of Fresno, the legendary Les Richter, who played in this game in the late 1940s for Fresno High. Les, one of the only men to be in 3 Halls of Fame, the College Football Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the International Motorsports Hall of Fame for his work running Riverside Raceway and his influence on NASCAR. And he was only short kicking.
Oh! I love the call. Absolutely love the call. That ball was right there for them. That was there.
They had an opportunity.
They had
not
an
able
opportunity.
to come up with it.
Oh, goodness. Nice job, Fresno High. Beautiful call.
So Roosevelt will start this drive at their own 41-yard line. And we talk about Les Richter. He was both a terrific linebacker. He was the number 2 overall pick of the 1952 NFL draft. One of the greats ever to come out of Fresno.
Fresno High has got to bring the hounds right now. Just mano-y-mano.
Giddens wrapped up, flung. Up to about the 46. Let's see if they're generous with the spot. Put it at the 47. No. Goes to the 46-yard line. Picks up 5.
Hey, I like how they attacked, but unfortunately, when that last defender jumped them like a spider monkey, you kind of push them the opposite direction. But I like the aggressiveness.
So 2nd down and 5 for the Rough Riders. Theus, the quarterback. I formation behind him. He's got a terrific throwing arm if they should choose, but no, it's going to continue going to Giddens, who has scored 3 already. Slips out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Roosevelt's offense can't be stopped right now. You slow them down, they just can't be stopped.
So Giddens picks up 15 after a gain of 5, the first time he touched the ball on this series. And this is a tough task for Fresno High's defense.
Yeah, like we said, a lot of these guys are going 2 ways. They're going 2-way starters. They got to get some type of stop. One big play, that's all it takes.
Theus from the pistol. Giddens now will move alongside. And Theus takes off running on the keeper. Theus out to about the 37.
As a defense that's struggling right now, if you get that big play and you can just create just a little bit of uncertainty on that offense, you have a shot.
At the Fresno 37-yard line.
I don't believe there's been a negative yardage play at all for the Rough Riders thus far in this ballgame.
Maybe offsides penalty?
It might be. 4:04 to play here in the first half. Roosevelt on top 21-6 in the 90th annual Little Big Game, the oldest high school football rivalry in the city of Fresno. Glad you're with us here on CMAC. Joe Theus, he's going to go up in the air. He's got a receiver streaking.
Oh, wow. Jump ball for number 8.
That was Lupe Lopez who tipped that ball up in the air. Did a nice job defensively.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would have gone to the air on that one. I think I'd almost play it safe, chew it up, get some yardage, score.
Well, they've been pretty unstoppable on the ground thus far in the first half.
But I guess if you're up 21-6, 3 minutes to go, I guess you can do whatever you want.
A 3:40 to play inside of 3:40.
All right, Rough Riders, at this time we ask all the band and cheer parents and color guard parents and guests who are good.
He is up under center. He's got Giddens behind him. Giddens with the football.
Ooh.
22, fourth down.
He is rocked about 2-3 yards short.
Lupe Lopez came up pretty hard.
He sure did.
And number 42, Brian Mendoza.
Needed to get to the 32, and he is stopped at the 33.
Well, here it is, 4th down. Did they try to draw him off sides because they're getting kind of anxious? Well, then you already know you're chewing up the clock, and you're getting about 4 or 5 yards each carry. So why not?
Giddens, he's got a big hole.
Oh, that may be coming back.
That's indeed a penalty flag thrown.
This may be the break.
Fresno High has certainly been hoping for a big break tonight. Breaks have gone against them thus far. Let's see what the call turns out to be.
There it is.
So the ball's going to be marched back, and we talked about little to no negative yardage thus far against them.
Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot. Repeat 4th down.
Negative yardage back to the 40-yard line.
See, I'm not sure if I might just pooch that thing. put that ball, set it up all the way back there, and just, hey, let my defense go to work. But it is a rivalry game. All bets are off. We're not playing it safe.
So we're looking at 4th and 9, ball at the Fresno High 40-yard line. Theus by himself in the backfield. Giddens shifts.
Oh, they throw a stunt on. He's open.
And the Warriors snuff that play out quickly.
And he still got 5 yards. Hey, 2:24 left. That's plenty of time. Najera that throws a nice ball. That is plenty of time.
So the ball goes over on downs, and Fresno High will take over. 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 36-yard line.
I don't know, Dan. I'm seeing some guys stretch over on the Fresno High side. Hope that's not a sign of cramping.
.224 to play in the first half. Roosevelt on top, 21-6. Fresno High with the football, having just marched for their first score of the night. Quickie to Brown.
Through a dart.
Mathis. Correction, Mathis with the football, picks up about 4.
It was a nice look off because he was looking at Valenzuela.
Stop by number 9, Gerardo Fuentes. Gain of about 6 yards, 4th down. Correction, 2nd down and 4.
Hey, second down. Hey, second down is short. Not too bad. Almost hitting midfield. And the clock is ticking.
2nd down, 4 for the Warriors. 1:50 to play in the first half. Fresno High would love nothing more than to tack at least 6 more on the board before they go to the locker room. Najera, he's got a receiver.
Oh, throw the flag.
Receiver
That
was
was
knocked down by the defensive back. No flag comes out, though.
That guy's pro Roosevelt right there. Hey, it stops the clock.
Indeed. 1:38 on the clock. Najera.
Little surprised right now that Roosevelt's playing deep. You know, if your defense has been shutting everybody down and you're keeping everything underneath, keep everything underneath. Though you definitely do not want these guys getting 20-yard gains.
3 receivers out to the left to the top of your screen. 3rd down and 4.
Everybody.
He flings it over the middle in and out of the arms of his receiver.
Juan Lopez saw that defender coming up. He's like, am I gonna get laid out or just, little short arms here.
A little tough going over the middle like that.
Question is, now if you're Roosevelt, you send in the hounds again? You send the hounds, you leave somebody open. 4th down, or try to draw them off sides. Get the cheap 5.
4th and 4. 1:33 till halftime. Warriors trying to claw their way back into this one. Down 21-6. Najera, he's got a man. Overthrows.
Oh, nice job by the defender.
So the Rough Riders are going to get the football back in Fresno High territory with 1:32 to play.
Cifuentes did a nice job coming up.
Interesting that only 1 second ran off the clock on that play.
That's amazing.
I'm not making any accusation.
Yeah. Just noticing, just saying. Playing a little old school right here. Yeah, that was back when I was in high school. That's eons. For me, at least.
Doesn't take a lot of music to get the fans jumping tonight here in the 90th Little Big Game at Sunnyside Stadium. Glad you're with us to enjoy it here on CMAC. Theus going to the air. A bit of a surprise, up 2 touchdowns.
Oh, that's a scary throw. That thing gets picked. That's 6 going the other direction.
In about 5 yards, 2nd down and 5.
Rough Riders hurrying up to the line of scrimmage. They too would like nothing more than to
Oh, timeout.
And
Stop.
Brandstetter not too happy when that baseball cap comes off. It's slapped against the thigh. You know what the coach's mood is.
Hey, 1 second went off only. No, I'm joking.
107 on the scoreboard remaining in the first half.
Yeah.
As the coach is vocalizing a reminder to his offense about the play call and the various responsibilities.
You know, as a football coach, because you want everything to be so perfect. You know, you live in that dreamland of perfection, and very rarely do you see it. I think as I'm getting older, especially with my own kids and everything else, I'm okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. Life isn't perfect. Only perfect is the man upstairs.
That's right. So there you see the Warriors breaking their defensive huddle, and earlier you saw the Rough Riders head back out onto the field. They're in a huddle at the 45-yard line. 21-6 our score here in the battle for the pig. Roosevelt has it behind their bench, and they are playing as though they plan to keep it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go vertical again. Oh, there he is. Oh.
He is.
Oh, there's the setup. Oh, what we just talked about.
Lupe Lopez.
And he
the
lost
ball
it.
Comes out. But was it jarred out by the ground?
Was the ball down? Was he down by the ground?
Recovered by number 54. Number 54, Anthony Mendoza for the Riders.
Oh, my goodness. What a beautiful play, and then loses it. So it's Roosevelt ball.
Well, I'll tell you, if they had replay, that would be something that these coaches would be pleading for right now.
I'd be throwing flags.
Look at our own replay.
Let's see what we got.
Because Lopez made a terrific defensive play.
Oh, my goodness.
And let's see when it comes out.
He was down.
He was down.
He was down. Do it again. Oh, it's getting exciting. Yeah, he was down. Oh, my goodness. What hurts the most is that their coach was right in front of him, and he saw it.
So brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line for the Rough Riders.
I don't know, Dan. This is that time right now. I had enough. Take a knee. Let's go in. And let's regroup.
Why not? 24 seconds on the clock.
Just regroup, guys. Let's not do anything silly. Calm it down. Oh, they're going. Oh.
Theus got a man and has a first down.
You kind of need to see if they get in field goal range. Let's see that kicker extend his leg.
So the ball down at the 33-yard line now. Rough Riders with 18 seconds left to try and put some more points on the board here, leading 21-6 in the Little Big game.
Plenty of time for this offense. You have one man deep. Everyone's kind of playing tight. Hey, not a bad idea.
Theus in and out of the hands of Dejon Gibbons. So looking at a second down and 10. Sorry.
Second down. We've seen more excitement in the last minute.
Absolutely. Let's take one more look at that fumble. Here's a different angle. So let's see, was Lopez down when the ball came out?
Oh, no.
It was a good call.
It was a good call. Stand corrected.
Indeed, came out on the hit. Theus has got a man.
There's that pretty ball we talked about. There was that pretty ball.
Christian Becerra.
Heck of a throw. 8 seconds left.
Pickup of 23 yards down to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, at the most 2 plays.
So we've got 8 seconds left on the scoreboard. Time to get 2 plays.
If I'm Roosevelt, I'm thinking, give me 5 yards, and I'm going to run the rest. It's a 2-play series right here. The quick out. Looking at number 5. Oh, the call timeout.
We have a timeout on the field. Timeout,
Well, the
Roosevelt.
Warriors tried to send a man on, a defender on, but
Timeout of the half.
Roosevelt was already moving up under center, and they were concerned they would get too many men on the field penalty, and they pulled
Right,
the defender
right.
off and just decided to call timeout.
Hey,
They
what do
would
you got to lose?
Exactly.
We're providing medical service at tonight's game.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do right here. 8 seconds left. Are you going to go for one shot, or are you going to try to get it in 2 plays?
Well, you got at least the last set. The last set, they had a couple of receivers to the near side, and here's another look at that pass play.
Beautiful pass.
Terrific.
Beautiful pass.
Christian Becerra hauling that one in from Joe Theus.
What I like about that play right there, it didn't look like Becerra was trying to do too much with it. You got 30 yards. you're fine. Just secure it and get out of bounds.
I think you're right. A quick out, stop the clock, and then take your best shot.
Yeah.
A run play with Giddens right now might run all 8 seconds off.
Oh goodness.
As
Yep.
patient a runner as he is.
Right. Look where number 4 is lined up already. Look how close
Absolutely.
to
That's
the
Mike
sideline.
Garcia at the bottom of your screen at the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure he's thinking about it.
Now he's going for all 6.
Oh!
And he's got.
Went for the giant enchilada.
He did get him in the
Wow.
So touchdown Roosevelt, their 4th of the night.
Lopez for the Riders.
That's almost a dagger.
Joe Theus.
So Theus to Lopez on the scoring play. Roosevelt's 4th of the night.
Number 3, Christian Becerra Martinez on the hole for number 16. Luis
As they put an
Arteaga for the
exclamation
PhD.
mark on their bid to maintain the pig.
Ball count, it is up.
Nice kick.
It is good.
There's the extra point.
Just like
The
that.
Rough Riders with a 28-6 lead with 2 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Hey, wouldn't that be a hoot that Valenzuela gets the ball and scampers for an
He's shown he's got that capability.
Hey,
No
you
question.
never know. It's pig game.
And anything can and usually does happen
It
in the battle for the
does.
pig. You're right.
It does.
Well, as we mentioned, Fresno High has certainly been terrific between the 20s tonight.
For the Warriors,
There's been some miscues that have certainly stalled and
Maurice Mathis.
killed some drives, but they're showing
Rough Riders, Luis Arteaga, number 16.
Highly impressed. Yeah,
Possibilities.
highly impressed with that quarterback. My
Absolutely.
goodness. And I haven't seen the Fresno High Warriors play this whole year until tonight. But I can only imagine on some of those games, wow, you had some type of spark, but whatever happened, it didn't definitely reflect on the scoreboard a lot.
Well, he was certainly impressive last week in the win over McLean. This is Mathis.
Oh, and he's got an edge. He's got an edge. Oh,
Waited just a little too long to take it. And the clock runs out, and that is halftime.
yeah. And unfortunately, he has that fullback speed.
John O'Neill. And that's his half with the scoring Roosevelt.
So the 90th annual Little Big Game. The Roosevelt High Rough Riders have tacked 28 points on the board in the first half and have a 22-point lead on the Fresno High Warriors. Much more football still to come here from Sunnyside Stadium. Glad you're with us. Stay with us for much more right after this.
I'm Katie McEwen, and I am the Video Production Academy Coordinator at Sunnyside High School. Starting sophomore year, students learn the basics of camera function and shot composition, as well as basic editing, audio, and storytelling. My role as coordinator is to oversee the academy as a whole, but I also teach the sophomores Intro to Video Production, and then I teach a senior course called Digital Video Production and Broadcasting, where seniors produce a once-a-week broadcast that airs to the school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Weaver, and I teach cinematography and advanced video. Junior year, they come to my class and they learn a lot more advanced techniques with audio, with camera control, with special effects, green screen, just a lot of the side things that they need to know in video production. And then senior year, it's Miss McEwen and I split, and then I'm on the cinema side, so it's more of a Hollywood type of model where they produce one film over a longer period of time, but they produce it to a perfection quality.
Hello everyone, my name is Joshua Medrano, and I teach a little bit of everything here at VPA with Katie McEwen. I teach intro to cinematography, editing, audio, a little bit of broadcast production, and I'm considered the lab tech here if something goes wrong with the computer or there's a very technical question with cameras or lenses.
The Video Production Academy is a 3-year program here at Sunnyside, starting sophomore year and goes all the way through senior year, where students get advanced training on all aspects of video production, from pre to production all the way through post.
They get to use really top-notch equipment. They have access to professional-grade computers, professional-grade cameras, lenses. We even have a drone that they can learn how to fly and get licensed to use.
Their senior year, they get to choose if they want to take a course in broadcasting and storytelling or cinematography.
The broadcasting class, which is a very fast-paced, think of it as a television station, a nightly news show, something that has to get produced quickly, be accurate, and be finished and exported and ready to show to the audience in a very short amount of time. Whereas my course, cinematography, we're much more based like a studio where, we'll set up time and time again until the product is perfect, until the performance and the edit and the music and everything is exactly the way the student wants it to be. And I think that's just one of the big differences between the two sides of the Video Academy.
Hello, I'm Mr. Mendoza. I teach modern world history for the VPA. A lot of them come in with a wide range of skills. Some don't know anything, and some know just as much as we do as far as teachers. And so as far as when they grow, they take what they learn and they make it better and better and better.
Me being in the Video Production Academy when I was in high school definitely impacted my life, because I realized that the 3 years that I was here, I had a stronger passion and love for video production, editing, and creating stories through the lens of a camera.
We learn a lot of skills that not everybody has. So using these programs like Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere, it's definitely going to be a big step up, especially when we go to college.
We take them on field trips every year to college campuses up and down California, as well as take them on field trips to industry professionals and have industry professionals come in and do guest speaking for the students.
A ton of the kids are part of CMAC, which is an extra program that they can do, covering live events and just really upping their production game. What I really expect from the students is that they go beyond just attending class and doing the work. They take environment of the family atmosphere. They're forming bonds with friends in here that literally could last for a lifetime, and they're learning video production as they go, just as a nice side byproduct.
We have potlucks, and we work with each other amongst our different classes. Our classes are really literally next door to each other. We're always there, and it brings us really close.
Support for this program is provided in part by the State Center Community College District, including Fresno City College, Clovis Community College, Reedley College, Madera Community College Center, and Oakhurst Community College Center. Learn more about our free college program at sccd.edu.
Hello, my name is Tim Lyles. I'm the very fortunate person that gets to be the principal here at Sunnyside High School. Opened in 1999, for 20 years now, we've been providing probably the most academically engaging, safe, and family-oriented environment for our students. We're extremely proud of our very strong academic reputation in the area. A huge part of that, of course, is our Doctor's Academy in partnership with UC San Francisco. Another big piece is our National Demonstration School status with Avid. But we also are very proud of, over the last few years, we've been the high school that sends the most students to Fresno State than any other high school in the area. That's besides all the UC campuses they go to and the privates. Another huge piece of our school is our career pathway programs, such as the very well-recognized Video Production Academy that we're in right now. We also offer opportunities for students in agriculture, multimedia and marketing, and health pathway, all getting kids some real-life learning opportunities. We think it's very important for students to be involved in opportunities outside the classroom. We do everything we can to provide that. With clubs, we have over 70 clubs on campus with a wide selection of things that kids would be interested in. With visual performing arts, we've also done a wonderful job lately, and our teachers have gotten kids into performance opportunities beyond anything we could imagine, even including the Thursday night art hop, orchestra performances, band performances, choir performance, even improv. Kids have every opportunity to be involved in something outside the classroom. Our beautiful campus here provides a wonderful setting for us to build positive relationships on campus. And we think here at Sunnyside that relationships are foundational to learning, so much so that we build it into the structures of our school in a variety of ways. But one of those ways is through homeroom. When students enroll here as a freshman, they're assigned a homeroom teacher, and they stay with that homeroom teacher for the next 4 years. It's that homeroom teacher that actually hands them their diploma upon graduation. It's unique to Sunnyside High School, and it's a big part of who we are. And for athletics, of course, our absolute end goal is athletic excellence. And to that end, we've won several section championships, valley championships, and countless league championships. But the most important part about athletics here at Sunnyside High School, and what we're most proud of, is our very lengthy reputation for sportsmanship. That's the Wildcat way. And finally, two big things that make Sunnyside High School the unique place that it is. First of all, our wonderful celebration of diversity and welcoming everyone into the Wildcat family. And we can't end this video without talking about our amazing staff, from custodial to clerical, from vice principals to counselors, and of course, our amazing, amazing teachers. Everyone on campus does everything we can on behalf of students. Sunnyside High School is the place to be. Go Wildcats!
That's when I was exposed to the biggest bomb. We learned about fusing and firing sequences, how the bomb worked. We learned delivery tactics. We learned about safe escape, blast effects, all of those features about nuclear weapons that no one really knew much about. The impact really didn't hit me until my first alert tour when I was in a fully armed B-52 and saw those weapons inside the bomb bay. The most dangerous situation is to have Soviet ballistic missile submarines off the coast. And we know full well what their target package is. The price of failure was death. It's always in your mind before you know what the mission is, and that is the reason I'm taking off is because Fairchild is a target. In your mind, you have to deal with the fact that there may not be a Fairchild left after you get airborne.
Family means everything. Family means everyone put in one, and like we all respect each other.
Hi, I'm Tamala Riot. I'm the digital photography and marketing teacher here at Sunnyside, and I'm the lead teacher for the multimedia and marketing pathway. In the beginning, I was a little nervous about, students getting in the way or getting injured, or, there's so many variables, and I wasn't all that familiar with sports photography. But I went in to this as a coach, as in, sports, all the athletes have coaches. So I coached my students and focused on one thing at a time, where they should be, where the good lighting is, what shutter speeds to stop the action, how to capture the emotion. And as the season progressed, I kind of backed up and let them do their thing. And before I knew it, their work was getting posted on the websites and used in the social media blasts. And it just happened.
My name is Enrique Villanueva, and I'm a senior at Sunnyside High School, and this summer I had an internship for the Fresno Grizzlies and the Fresno Foxes. It was an amazing experience. I was able to get a lot of knowledge and tips from the professional photographers that were there. They were extremely nice and polite. They were able to help me out with things that I had wrong on my camera or positioning on the field. So yeah, they were tremendous help for me, and it was something that I really enjoyed. Well, the first day that you walk in, you don't know what to expect, so you do feel a little bit intimidated. But once you get to know everybody, you know that you're on the same business, trying to help the team out with taking pictures and getting live coverage of it. So once you get to talk to the photographers and professionals there, they make you feel comfortable, they're extremely nice. So you feel like you're all a part of one team, which that was the main goal, and it was the goal, and we were able to accomplish that, all feeling as one, trying to do the same goal. As a high school student, you really don't get to experience what the professionals do. High school students, if they're lucky, get the chance to shoot football games, but not professional games that have professional coverage and media there. So being able to be on the field with them, knowing that you're close to professional players, not just high school students, is something that is truly an unbelievable experience. I enjoyed everything. Being able to go to the ballpark and being able to see all those amazing fans, the professional teams playing, being able to go down on the field level, which is amazing. A lot of people don't get to do that. Being right next to the players face to face is something that I'll truly never forget. Literally, these past 2 years have been the best years of my life. I'm not just saying that because I'm on camera, but I actually mean it. The amount of things that I've been able to do, not even at school, but off school, is something that I'll always remember and have in my heart. So thank you, Ms. Wright.
Hi, my name is Paul Perez. I am a senior at Sunnyside High School, and I am in the multimedia and marketing pathway. Over the summer, I was given the opportunity to go to Chantey Park to shoot games for both Fresno Grizzlies and Foxes. I really enjoyed this experience because I love photography, and this opportunity has been a learning experience, and it's something that I'll never forget.
Mi nombre completo es Jesús Saldaña Canta y trabajo en los campos de la poda de la viña.
Mi nombre es Angelina Lemos y trabajo en los campos. Mi rutina diaria es primero ponchar para que salgan las horas que voy a trabajar. Después pues nos dan una escuelita para decirnos, para recordarnos cómo es el trabajo de cada día. Y pues ya nada más tomamos nuestras tijeras y empezamos. Aguantar las 8 horas con la misma rutina, pues, sin cambiar el movimiento.
Acá en las gimnasias y aquí es gratis. Todos se sienten los brazos, las manos duras.
Para mí vale mucho la pena porque miro que mis hijos son hijos de bien, estudian, trabajan y creo que sí, ha valido la pena porque ellos miran el esfuerzo, miran que nada más les hemos enseñado a trabajar, a ganarse el pan honradamente. Que me pegue en la cara, nada de eso me importa. He piscado blueberry y de esta mora y durazno, nectarín y ciruela y ahora la uva. La escalera es la más difícil, andar piscando la fruta de los árboles, sí, es la más difícil porque tienes que cargar la escalera. Te duelen mucho los hombros, las rodillas, los codos, las manos, todo el cuerpo te duele con la escalera.
Pues todo el día andar y jale a esto. Sí, cansa.
Impulsar uno a sus hijos a que estudien. Yo no quiero que mis hijos sigan estos mismos pasos. Yo quiero que ellos se superen.
Katie McEwen, and I am the Video Production Academy Coordinator at Sunnyside High School. Starting sophomore year, students learn the basics of camera function and shot composition, as well as basic editing, audio, and storytelling. My role as coordinator is to oversee the academy as a whole, but I also teach the sophomores Intro to Video Production, and then I teach a senior course called Digital Video Production and Broadcasting, where seniors produce a once-a-week broadcast that airs to the school.
Hi, I'm Mr. Weaver, and I teach cinematography and advanced video.
Welcome back to Sunnyside Stadium for the 90th Little Big Game, the oldest high school football rivalry in the city of Fresno. Dan Taylor with the former Roosevelt High School head coach JoJo Ray is with you, and it's a 28-6 Roosevelt lead. We saw a lot of exciting things in the first half.
Oh, a lot of electrifying things, especially on the Roosevelt side. You really can't stop that juggernaut right now. But, you know, at the same token, the Fresno High Warriors, well, that quarterback is throwing some lasers. Yeah, they're a couple big plays from making this game very manageable. But if they don't score now, you know, it's going to get out of hand real quickly.
That's the problem. We've got some highlights coming up. Dejan Giddens unofficially, I'm just not a math major, but I've got him at 14 carries for 135 yards.
Well-earned yards.
This is just exactly what you're talking about. There's Nahara, that tremendous rifle arm, and then Dejan Giddens, he put 3 scores up on the board.
Running with a purpose.
Very impressive tonight.
He's getting stronger and stronger on each carrier.
First quarter, he scored from 2 yards out. Then, of course, the big pass play that set up their second score. Giddens going over ultimately from 6 yards out to put him up 14-0. And then Fresno High, Max Villanueva with the dart and the dash that got him inside the 5-yard line.
He's something special to watch for sure. Nice rollout. This is a nice little sidearm pass right here. Wide open the back of the end zone.
But that made it a 21-6 game. And then just this was an amazing.
Oh, that hurt. This one hurt right here.
Looked like Fresno High had gotten a huge break. The interception only to fumble the football away.
Just to give it up again.
And then Joe Theus with that outstanding 23-yard pass. And then they finished the drive with the 9-yard scoring toss, and that's where we are at the half. 28-6 Roosevelt, and Rough Riders are going to kick this football away.
And not to take anything from Theus. Theus is making some nice balls.
Absolutely.
You know, he's finding the right guys. Unfortunately, Fresno High's just not picking them up.
No, I think Roosevelt was offsides there, and I'm not sure if that's going to be called.
Oh, can't start the.
Mathis fumbles the football. Now he's trying to make up for it.
Oh, definitely. Look at that.
Big positive yardage.
And there's a flag.
Now we got another penalty flag out.
That's a hard way to start the half. It'll be interesting to see, you know, regardless of this penalty that's going to come on, they'll probably start on the, you know, the 10-yard line. It's that quarterback has been pretty consistent. Najera is a nice leader.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty added on to the end of the run.
Hey,
and
that's
it'll be
going
a
at the
first
50
down.
or the 45. Great field position. Now, if I'm Najera or I'm coach, hey, why not? I've already seen the adjustments. I might go vertical on first play.
And first play will come from the 33-yard line. Give goes to Villanueva. Very effective in the first half.
Oh, it looks like the fumble. I was kind of joking around with the Fresno High coach earlier in the booth. And as I was basically saying that, hey, I'm going to my running back. He said, you're getting the ball 30 times next half, so get ready, buddy. And it looks like they're handing off already.
Rivalry games up and down the valley tonight. You were looking at a few scores earlier. That milk can game between Hanford and Lemoore.
Oh, that was a big one.
Close game.
Yeah, it's pretty close right now. Hanford's leading 31-29.
The one that you got your eye was that Sanger-San Joaquin Memorial game.
Yeah, Sanger's a little bit down at the half, 24-21, San Joaquin Memorial.
And they've just gone ahead. I think it was 21-all, wasn't it, the last time we looked?
Yes.
Here's Nahara.
Nice
got
ball.
His man, and he bounces to the ground.
Intended for number 1, Cameron Brown for the Warriors.
Also another score at the half. Clovis West leading Clovis High, 20-14.
There are many great rivalries up and down our valley. And it's always fun when it's rivalry night. Of course, you've got the Cowhide game in Visalia, Mount Whitney and Redwood.
Yes.
You get the Victory Bell game in Tulare, Tulare Union, Tulare Western. One of perhaps the oldest rivalry west of the Mississippi is that, I believe it's Selma Reedley, the battle for the Pirates chest, which I think is 103 years old.
This there's Zero. Oh, we thought he had
and did he, looks
he's
like
out.
Was pushed out of bounds.
Yes.
Big 3rd and 15 play. So the ball spotted at the 33-yard line. And it'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Warriors.
Warriors can't start with that little sputter like they had in the first half.
Not at all.
Not even close. Especially when it's 28-6.
Okay, we are going to pass out the baggies right now. We ask that you do not open them.
Andrew Lopez deep to field this punt, and it's going to be kicked away from him. But it's going to bounce, and he's going to grab it on a one-hopper.
Oh, almost had him.
Slips away from a tackler and manages to get to the 47-yard line.
Respectable kick.
Made a lot out of nothing there because it looked like he was going to be stopped immediately in his tracks.
Yeah, Cifuentes' number's been called a lot tonight. The multi-purpose player.
So Roosevelt starts their first possession of the second half from their own 47-yard line. And Dejon Giddens has been electric throughout the first half. Joe Theus, the quarterback, but now he moves over and Giddens is in the Wildcat formation.
That's a sure run.
And a first down. Dancing down the sidelines, but it is thrown dead back at the Fresno High 38. Picks up about 15 yards on Roosevelt's first play of the half.
That was a start that Fresno High wanted, for sure.
So that puts Dejon Giddens up to about 150 yards unofficially thus far in this game.
Yeah.
Take one more look at it here.
He made it look pretty. It's very difficult to do, but he made that play look pretty. Not the high stepping.
Riders up to the line of scrimmage, and Theus is out at a wide receiver at the near sideline, and again they stay at the Wildcat.
Finds a hole. Nice job by the defensive end. Oh, you got to wrap up, like you said before.
He just keeps those legs turning.
Oh, goodness.
And he is up to about across the 30, and he's very close to a first down.
That's the hard part about having so many two-way players right now, because it's very evident that you see the two-way players trust the offense way more than they trust the defense.
So they give him 9 on that, bring up second down and 1 for the Rough Riders. Theus back in the quarterback position, up under center.
Bootlegs to the right, sees his man.
Got
wide
tight
open.
End. Jose Herrera with his first catch of the night. And the Warriors are signaling incomplete.
Looked like he had that ball for a couple steps.
Well, the Warriors signal doesn't count. The official says he caught it, and it is indeed a first down.
And once again, the Riders definitely on the march. And these aren't 2- and 3-yard plays, right? These plays are eating up a lot of yardage.
So first and 10 from the 23-yard line. Theus now in the pistol. Giddens moves into the backfield alongside of him and takes the handoff.
Oh, finds the outside, untouched.
Pushed out of bounds. Did he get into the end zone? No.
Oh, they give it to him.
Well, the back judge says yes.
With no instant replay. Wow. That's going to go uncontested.
Well, touchdown for the Rough Riders as they extend their lead now and make it 34-6 here in the early goings of the third quarter. Let's take one more look.
Wow, look at that. Look at that speed and acceleration to the outside. Oh, yeah, he was in.
They get across. And the extra point is good.
Everything got kind of green.
The students are throwing all sorts of green powder into the air in front of us.
What do they call it? CBD, cannabis? No, I'm joking.
I think I now know why that faculty member came up and wanted to close our windows.
I was thinking, like, well, what is he talking about? You can't call this the fog of war. Hey, only in high school. High school football. Look at this. Hey, what's kind of neat, though, I took a drink of my Arnold Palmer and a little chalky. Hey.
The Roosevelt students throwing green powder everywhere, and really challenging for us to see what's going on, but that looked like Villanueva. They managed to bring the football out to about the 40-yard line.
Number 8 on the tackle for the Rough Riders, Devarius Jones, 1st and 10, Fresno at their own 40-yard line.
So Fresno High will begin this drive from the 40-yard line. And as we mentioned throughout the night, they've been terrific between the 20s, but mistakes and penalties.
We have a timeout on the field. Timeout Fresno. That's their third timeout of the half.
In the 90th Little Big Game as Fresno High falls behind 35-6. The Warriors with the football at the 40-yard line. And the coaching staffs want to have a bit of a conversation. Things got a little bit chippy there on the kickoff return.
Wow, all the kids are green down here.
And I think with a 35-6 lead, there's a lot of green with envy all around Sunnyside Stadium tonight.
Very nicely done, Mr. Taylor. Green with envy.
Glad you're all with us here for the 90th Little Big Game. The
Maybe
battle
that was
for the pig.
Oh, yeah.
Roosevelt High has it on the table back of their bench area, and they certainly would like to keep it. Nahara rolling out. He's under a fierce rush, and he just throws that football out of bounds.
As momentum is definitely on the Roosevelt side, that quarterback's got to settle down.
And now after
now the flag gets thrown.
Vince Branstetter was out on the field trying to argue that that should have been intentional grounding, as Nahara was unable to get out of the tackle box.
When you have a kid,
right.
Yes, it is. But when you have a 35-6 lead, just let it run.
Yeah,
you know.
I agree. And the officials had a conference and came out and agreed that that is indeed what happened, and they
down on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 20 for the Fresno Warriors.
Oh, they gave it to him, though. So 2nd down.
2nd and 10, ball's on the 30-yard line. Warriors trying to fight their way back into this one, and they've got an uphill battle. Nahara under the fierce rush.
Oh, Roosevelt, they're just pinning the ears back now. They're
loss of
pretty
5.
much uncontested.
Had a man, but didn't have the time to really set up to make the throw.
No, you can't really blame that quarterback right now. As soon as that ball was snapped, he had guys in his face. Maybe a draw, you know?
Another look at it.
Oh, there you go. He was in his face the whole time. He had nowhere to throw.
So now looking at 3rd and 25. first play of the game for Fresno High, as you recall, their first possession, they had that player streaking down the right hash mark, and they overthrew him.
Oh, yes.
They've never come back to that play again.
No, that's very surprising. Very surprising.
Delay of game against the Warriors.
Another penalty delay of game.
Wow.
While he plays at the 20-yard line.
I'm not sure if this is a distract me from the sea of green powder that still is amongst us.
Villanueva dancing up the sideline.
Oh,
stays in bounds.
Chooses to go inside and pays the price. But you know, that's a hardball warrior right there. He wants to go.
He got about 5 yards, and that's about all.
Hey, no pun intended with the warrior piece, but yeah.
Nothing. Christian Valenzuela, the Rough Riders' backup quarterback, warming up in their bench area. Could mean, as you talked about earlier, Coach, that
it's time.
Start seeing some of the second teamers come in.
Yeah.
Dan Taylor and the former Roosevelt High head coach Jojo Reyes with you from Sunnyside Stadium in Southeast Fresno for this, the 90th annual Little Big Game, the oldest high school football rivalry in the city of Fresno. Fresno High and Roosevelt, and the Roosevelt Rough Riders sitting on top 35-6.
Oh, it pays the price. Ouch.
Fake the punt.
I'm not sure if that was the time to throw the fake punt.
Right. Overthrows his man, and Roosevelt is going to take over the football.
With great field position.
At the 25-yard line.
If Theus is still in there, I wouldn't be surprised. Hey,
Theus is in there.
Just throw a shot, give him this series, you go down, because now you're pretty much at this point that you're just warming up for playoffs. You're probably going to get, what, a 13 seed? It all depends what you are. Right. So, we get some of that practice in right now. You can't replicate this practice. It's sad, I really don't want to say it like in such a negative terms, but if I'm Roosevelt, I'm working on plays that I'm going to be going in playoff with.
First and 10 Roosevelt at the Fresno 26-yard line.
So the backup still up on the sideline. This remains in at quarterback. Dejon Giddens in the backfield.
There it is.
Big lead is going to throw the football.
He wanted to look downfield. That was the play, and he might just take this himself.
And Theus picks up about 6-7 yards inside the 20-yard line. So the Riders are in the red zone now. 6:29, the clock ticking down here in the third quarter. Rough Riders on top 35-6.
I'm still doing that little vertical pass because it still gives you about 30-35 yards. I want to see my quarterback, hitting those corners, making those reads, because right now they only have one man deep. If you're one man deep, that opens up a lot of options for you. And they're not sending anyone. So everyone's soft coverage. Why not?
3 receivers at the top of the screen. Giddens, the lone running back. And with a 4-possession lead, they're throwing the football. He's
Are they going to give it to him?
Near the goal line. They're going to say he was down just short.
Yeah. So this might be his farewell, his swan song for this series.
So the Rough Riders knocking at the door with 5 scores already on the board.
Oh, there he goes. For the touchdown.
Well, Giddens in the end zone once again. And he has now scored 5 touchdowns on the night.
Yep, see a little bit of celebration time now.
Number 3, Christian Valenzuela down on the hold on the extra point with number 16, Luis Arteaga as the pickup for the Riders.
And there it is.
And the extra point good, and it is now a 42-6 game. Roosevelt on top and heading toward retaining Pancho the Pig.
Pancho the Pig. Well, we got some time. We got the scores around the valley. So it looks like at halftime, Washington Union at the half over Kerman with 6. And then we go up to McFarland 20 and Emmanuel 42. Oh, now we're all back tied up. Lemoore and Hanford 36-36. Riverdale over Minarets thus far in the third quarter, 14-6. Oh, and it's the same score there. Central over. Oh, basically Central 28. Clovis East 7 on the fourth quarter.
But of course, last night in North Yosemite League play, Sunnyside defeated Reedley 38-6, so that wraps up the North Yosemite League title once again for Gordon Wood Sunnyside Wildcats. Congratulations to the coach and his players and staff. This is Mathis.
Nice run. No dancing around. He's getting some positive yardage.
Mathis out to the 37-yard line. So the Riders with a commanding 42-6 lead.
So if you're Fresno High, what's your game plan? You know, that's the big question.
Exactly.
How do you calm down your players right now when they almost feel like it's insurmountable odds that you're going to come back?
A little concerned. We've seen a little bit of it thus far in the second half, and this could get chippy too.
Yes. Part of the concern for me was like, hey, keeping the game clean. Just keep it clean.
He's going deep. He's got a receiver.
Oh!
Ball came out.
What a beautiful throw.
As we try to watch this, Green Hayes.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who came up with that bright idea.
Oh, goodness. Now they're shooting potatoes and shirts at us. By the principal. And it's going to take an eye out, kid.
So 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. The long pass had excitement to it, but they were unable to pull it off.
Roosevelt still playing soft. Why not go for a nice underneath throw right here?
Villanueva.
Ooh, scampering.
And continues.
That's hard running. That's hard running.
He's open. Can he beat the one defender? Touchdown, Fresno High.
Fresno High. It goes back to, hey, you're getting the ball 30 times this quarter. No flags.
No, we're seeing.
Whoa. I don't see anything on the field.
I don't. Now we've got a holding call. But I don't see the penalty flag.
I don't see any
there.
flag. Oh, there it is. It's right. It's down by the 50.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, that hurt.
So a potential 63-yard scoring romp is erased. Another frustrating point in this one for the Fresno High Warriors, as it will all come back.
And more. It's coming back even more so. Oh.
Here's another look at it.
I'm looking for the hole.
Well, I'll tell you, if the hole is what I saw.
If that was what I saw, that was a little ticky-tacky.
Well, there was a previous hold, but it was 5 yards behind the play.
Away from,
And I can't believe that was what they threw the flag at. There must have been something in there that we didn't catch.
Oh, goodness. There was one that I saw, but that was a little ticky-tacky.
The ball at the 37-yard line. 2nd down and 8. This is at the 39-yard line.
Oh,
snap goes awry.
That was a dangerous play.
It goes to Cameron Brown, and he is stopped immediately.
Immediately by the Riders. Number 1, Cameron Brown, surrounded by the Riders.
A long 3rd down.
At the 37-yard line. Initial hit by number 4, Michael Garcia.
Hey, Dan, no more green. Oh, then I take that back. Green fog is still here. It's still right there.
High side, but yeah. I don't know whose bright idea that was. Seen a lot of high school football, and I've never said anything that stupid. Nahara trying to dance his way out of trouble. Cuts up, picks up about 4 yards.
And you know, might as well. You're in 4th down territory.
Absolutely.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Quarterback keeper number 7. Number 7, Nathaniel Naheda. Covered by number 8, Devarius Jones. For the Riders, brings up 4th down for Fresno.
Like I said, that run still stings. I really want them to get this first down. I'm really rooting for the Fresno High Warriors right now.
Wanted to go to the air. Didn't have
Oh,
the
that's
receiver
open.
Well,
Get
he's
your
got
first
Mathis
down.
open,
Get
but he's going to
slide, kid. Oh, or stay up. You pulled the Ben
Make up your
Roethlisberger.
mind.
I know.
Terrific run by Nathaniel Nahera as he gets the football into Roosevelt territory and down to the 42-yard line.
Yeah, drop a shoulder.
3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 42-6 Roosevelt on top here in the 90th Little Big game.
You know who got a breather right now? This came back in the game. Villanueva.
Absolutely.
Oh, buddy, you're getting the ball. It's okay because Roosevelt's defense, they're just putting their ears back. They're going to come hard.
And that's exactly who gets the handoff. And they knew what was coming,
Yep.
and they overstuffed that side. But that's going to go for about a loss of 4 yards.
So I take it that a draw is not in the playbook right now.
Yeah.
That was perfect timing.
Ball be placed at the 48-yard line.
Oh, unfortunately, we got a player down. I think I'm really rooting for the Fresno High Warriors, even though that this game may be out of reach, is that for a lot of these guys, this is their last football game ever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Look, Maurice Mathis, who limped off.
Oh, there's Pancho.
That is the pig.
There's a little story going around, but that in Pancho they actually put a 5-carat diamond in the middle.
Well, the original, the wood pig, was first awarded in the 1946 game, and then in the early 2000s it vanished. And
Yes.
that was when you were the coach at Roosevelt, right?
Yes, my first year, and I remember there were so many conspiracy theories. What was really neat about that is I really didn't fully embrace the whole pig game and the importance of the pig game just yet. I always heard about it, but then that week Bob Reyes was the principal at that time, and I forget Maria's last name, but she was. But anyways, we did a lot of different things to really build up the game with players, and so we even got to talk to people that actually were, from the 1940s. I felt like, but oh my goodness! By the end of that week, I was hyped up. I was really hyped. I'm like, oh my gosh! And as each year goes by, anyone that's a part of this game, whether you're a coach or a player, you're a part of something. And so it's a nice feeling.
Indeed, it means a lot to everybody at both schools. It's a memory that carries on as part of your high school time. And this is Brown.
Oh, and he gets yanked.
He was trying to pick up a little bit more, but was unsuccessful still. Nice gain that bring up about 2nd and 4. Or make it 3rd, and they'll say it's 3rd and 5.
Devarius Jones came up and he yanked him like a sack of potatoes.
This game, of course, began in 1930. Through the 40s, it packed Ratcliffe Stadium.
Two biggest high schools back in the day.
Absolutely. Fresno High, the oldest high school in the city of Fresno. Roosevelt, the 3rd oldest. Edison, 2nd. That began in 1906.
Number 7, number 1, Cameron Brown from Nathaniel Naheda. Number 26.
Just like you were saying, Dan, looking down at the sidelines, looks like Christian Valenzuela's warming up.
I would assume that they're going to make a change at some point, maybe by the time the fourth quarter rolls around, which is only a minute away.
Right.
Fresno High now, 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Rough Riders. Warriors, 3 receivers. To the left. This is Villanueva. And he's out of bounds.
Surprised that's not a late hit.
Number 21, forced out of bounds for the Warriors.
Well, the good thing is they're not doing a running clock. They're letting him play, letting him actually play some football.
On the stop. Brings up 2nd down.
So no gain on the play. It'll make it 2nd down and 10.
You know, this brings back in memory when we first started. Our first year at Roosevelt, it was just such moral victories for us not to have running clocks. The year prior and the year prior before that, running clocks every game. Oh my goodness.
Bit demoralizing for the kids when that happens.
So much so.
2nd and 10. Nahara fires. He's got a man.
That was a beautiful ball. He threw to the right shoulder. You just got to catch the ball. That was a nice thrown ball.
Contact there. Defender all over the wide receiver as the ball was thrown just off the shoulder of the wide receiver and incomplete. So this is a big play for the Warriors. They would love nothing more than to try and continue this drive and put more points on the board. But they're staring at a 3rd and 10 from the Roosevelt 27-yard line.
Yeah, you're going for it. You have 2 downs to get 10 yards. Something that's they're very capable of doing. But see, now's a good time because they're looking like they're dropping 1 right now. Go for it. Go vertical. Oh, take that back. Now they have 2.
Nahara, they've got a blitz coming.
He's looking. Oh, that's a pick. Oh.
Indeed, no, ball's incomplete. Squirted out of the defender's hands. Nahara had nothing to do, either take a sack or get rid of it.
Or almost throw an interception.
The unfortunate byproduct of it. So the Warriors with no choice, they're going for it here on 4th down and 10 from the Roosevelt 27-yard line, trailing 42-6.
Right now, if you're a defensive lineman, hey, there's only one play that you're doing. You're just going full attack mode. But that can be work to their benefit. Draw them off sides, get a cheap 5.
Just to let you know, the Spalding football.
Oh, opened up.
Nahara's got plenty of running room, and he's got the 1st down.
Oh! Okay, we want a clean game. That was a flag. That was definitely a late hit.
We want to thank our sponsor, the State Center Community College District, including Fresno City College, Clovis Community College, Reedley College, Medora Community College Center, and Oakers Community College Center. Learn more about their free college program at sccd.edu. And that wraps up the 3rd quarter of play. The clock strikes 0. Teams will move to the opposite end of the field here at Sunnyside Stadium, with the Roosevelt Rough Riders leading 42-6. And Fresno High looking at a 1st down from the 14-yard line.
Yeah, at least they had the ball. at least they're in command right now. Now, it would be my hope that Fresno High would score here. You know, they've had difficulty stopping the offense all night. Maybe chip them a few more minutes there and get 1 more possession and have a really good ending.
And you want that for the players. You want
yes.
Especially you want it for the seniors to go out on some sort of positive, and for the younger players to give them something positive to build on when they come back next year.
Oh, yes. I totally agree. And I think, you know, being away from the game, and, you know, like I was saying a little bit earlier, I love football on Friday nights. I don't enjoy, you know, the film on the weekends and throughout the worrying about everything. Just, oh, gosh. But when you see it and you're away from the game and you start thinking about the purity of the game and about these young men that are out here busting their tails on a Friday night, because they could be doing something different, right? And they are working hard. So anyone that goes out for a sport, doesn't matter what sport it is, it can be swimming, you know, cricket. Do we have cricket? Or rugby? Anything. Hey, that takes a lot. Drops back. He's open.
He's got a man. Fade route. Corner of the end zone.
Oh,
and he overthrows it. And they're now signaling running clock.
Yeah, that's ow.
So Roosevelt came into this game having won the Pig in back-to-back years, and it appears it will make it 3 straight. The Riders winners last year in a thriller 49-46, which also gave them a share of the North Yosemite League title, and in 2017 it snapped a 3-year Fresno High win streak.
Little confusion.
Indeed. Shifting.
Hey, but they're in the pistol.
Oh, throwing.
Blind throw.
He's got Mathis.
And he has it.
He did. Touchdown.
Yes. Oh. How in the heck did that just happen?
Signal touchdown initially.
Yeah.
Turned out that ball came out of the hands of Mathis. Mathis trying to argue his case to the official that he pulled it in. Nothing doing, incomplete. Mathis still trying to plead his case. Let's take another look here on the replay.
Huge frustration.
There with a terrific fling.
Oh, I missed it.
Looked like it squirted out, but the question was, did he have possession for a second or two before it rolled out?
Yep.
So now we're looking at 3rd and 10 from the 14-yard line.
From my perspective, I'm going to say yes. There it is.
Showing
There's the
blitz,
5.
but they got the 5. You're absolutely right.
They've done that several times, though. But then, it's one of those things. If you don't practice it, you freeze play. If that's not in your playbook, your repertoire, then it goes against you for sure. Right.
And 5 for the Warriors.
Rotating players in, some new jerseys getting in there.
Absolutely. So now 3rd down and 5 from the 9-yard line. Nahara fires behind
that was
his
almost
receiver
big
Mathis.
6. Oh, geez.
Dangerous pass.
That free safety came up and he was almost gone. Wow.
4th down and 5.
You're almost better just handing it off to Valenzuela and just let him see what he can do with it.
Absolutely. So Nahara comes in from the sideline with the play from the Fresno High coaching staff. With 8:55 to play.
There it
and
is.
It goes,
the reverse.
And here's Mathis.
Finally.
And he's got plenty of room to run. And he is in the end zone.
I wasn't sure what he was doing there for a moment.
Number 3, Maurice Mathis.
Hey, trickeration a little bit too much too late.
So Fresno High scores their 2nd of the night. Mathis, who was thwarted on the pass that was ruled incomplete, is able to get into the end zone on the reverse play. And Fresno High will go for 2.
It's good to see them get on the board.
So it's a 42-12 game. Warriors
going for 2.
Quick pass, and it is complete.
Picks that out of the air.
Indeed,
Nice
Mathis
job.
pulls it down for the 2.
There you go, finish on a high note. Oh, you get the signal for running clock.
The 2-point conversion good, makes it a 42-14 game.
For the 2-point conversion, with the score of Roosevelt 42.
So on our side, I'm kind of glad they stopped the clock a little bit. I'd like to see these guys get one more chance. Now, would you go for an onside kick?
Why
what do you
not?
got to lose?
Why not?
What do you have to lose? Absolutely nothing.
They had the little pooch kick earlier.
Oh, that was there too. They had that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Coaching staff on the Roosevelt bench pointing up at the press box and signaling for the clock to run, but that has to come from the officials.
Very much so. Agreed.
And Vince Brandstetter, thinking along the same lines that you are, brings a lot of his players, his second level players, up to prepare for an onside kick.
Oh,
it's
short kick
simply
to
a short
30.
kick to about the 38-yard line, or 28-yard line, I should say.
Strip the ball.
Now he goes into 20. And indeed, this is the second unit that now will go in to play offense for the Rough Riders. The quarterback, Christian Valenzuela, who we have seen quite a lot throughout the season.
Yeah. Question becomes, he hasn't been in yet, so of course I'm going to start off with a run play. But it would be nice to see him start throwing. They start slinging it because it's a running clock anyways. They're not going to stop the clock, so start throwing it.
Well, I would assume with the second unit in there, they're just going to run.
Come on, Coach, let me throw it. Come on, Coach.
Valenzuela giving to the back. Big hole.
Oh, yes.
And he picks up about 8 yards.
At the 41-yard line, number 26 on the carry, John O'Neill for the Riders.
John O'Neill, the running back for Roosevelt, with the gain of about 8 yards. Pushes it out to the 42-yard line.
Here's some different names. That's good. Hey, these guys, all these guys, it takes a team effort to get to the point where you're at right now. So let them get paid. Feed them.
They put in the work Monday through Thursday. And now getting an opportunity to touch the football on Friday night. In the 90th annual Little Big Game. O'Neill once again.
Nice and patient. Hits the outside.
He's got the first down and then some. Across midfield, it looks as though he was pushed out of bounds at the 47-yard line.
Well, let's call it is what it is. He has fresh legs.
7 minutes on the clock and counting. As the Rough Riders running this clock down en route to their 5th win of the season and their 3rd consecutive win in the battle for the Pig.
47-yard line of Fresno versus 10 Roosevelt.
So if you're Roosevelt right now, you're kind of liking your chances in the playoffs. You may not get that high seed, but I'm telling you what, if you're finishing on a high note, that's good stuff.
They'll finish 4-1 in North Yosemite League play. In a tie with Reedley. Reedley defeated them in the NYL opener this year.
Yes.
So Reedley has the tiebreaker when it comes to postseason.
I was a little shocked on that one. I thought Roosevelt was going to take it.
Game. Yeah. It was a terrific game down to the wire. Of course, the Sunnyside High Wildcats are your North Yosemite League champions. First and 10 now from the 34-yard line for the Rough Riders. O'Neill once again picks up at least 5, still
nice
running.
Job.
They'll give him about 5 before he is flung out of bounds on the far sideline.
Absolutely love the way this kid is running right now. Call whatever you want, but the thing is, if I'm working that hard and I'm in the game, I'm going to make my best of it. I want to score. I am going to give the ball to me, give me the rock, I'm going to score.
So for a 3rd consecutive year, the Pig will reside in the trophy case at Roosevelt High School. Rough Riders sitting on top 42-14 in the 90th annual Little Big Game here from Sunnyside Stadium. O'Neill once again.
Nice drag step. Oh, and he's still up, and he's still, arm tackled. Oh, yeah. Give it to him again. Just give it to
20,
him.
and he's down to about the 17-yard line.
Hey, I told you there was a rumor about that 5-carat diamond inside in Poncho, right? I'm not taking any responsibility for anything that happens from here on out.
Also a rumor that the old Poncho is in your den. Ray Reyes called at halftime and shared that.
That's right. He sold me out. Oh, my goodness.
So first and 10 Rough Riders, ball at the 19-yard line. And things are blown dead before they can unfold.
And the clock is still running.
And it's going to be 5 yards marched off against Fresno High.
Ball be placed at the 14-yard line. It'll be 1st and 5.
Yeah, the Rough Riders had a loss at Sunnyside, but wins. Correction, they'd have, 2 losses within the North Yosemite League. So the win tonight would leave them at 3-2 in conference play. To stand corrected. They lost 25-20 in the league opener against Reedley. Came back, beat Hoover 26-17.
Oh, almost if Arms gets taken down. Oh, he's still up. Big
back
loss
to the
there.
24-yard line. And then they defeated McLean 26-14 before suffering a 21-14 loss a week ago at Sunnyside High.
You know, Dan, so this is the 90th meeting of these 2 schools. You know, being at that school at Roosevelt before some of that modernization, have you ever walked down those halls?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
So it is, wow, a little breathtaking.
There's tradition there.
Very much so.
So it makes it 2nd and 15 from the 24-yard line for the Rough Riders. Clock down to 3:07, and there goes O'Neal again.
And he found the corner. He's gonna get pay dirt.
Touchdown.
He said, "I'm going to score." Nice job by the Roosevelt Rough Riders.
So a 7th touchdown in the books tonight for Roosevelt as they retain the pig in very convincing fashion.
Probably kick this to the uprights. Fresno High will probably get a minute left.
And the kick is good. Makes it a 49-14 Roosevelt lead. And indeed, the Rough Riders will take some momentum into the postseason.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Performance here tonight.
Get a little bit of rest. No one's too banged up. It's not like it was like a dogfight to the very end. Mentally, you're doing pretty good. So why not? You got a good coaching staff. You have a good student body. Everything is pointing your direction right now.
So a minute 46 left in this one. A minute 46 remaining in the 2019 season for the Fresno High Warriors, and in their time playing competitive football for many of the players on the Fresno High team. They'll leave with cherished memories. They'll leave with lessons that will help them succeed in life. Villanueva looking for that seam, and he's got it, and away he goes out to the 40-yard line.
Oh, this was beautiful on kickoff. I saw about 3 or 4 players that probably have never ever been on the field. It was that made my night. They didn't know where to line up. They didn't know what to do. They said, run down, just tackle the guy. Oh, pure and simple. Loved it. Loved it.
So
they
a
got
minute,
on the field.
but now we're inside of 48 seconds. So we've got a couple of plays left in the 2019 regular season. Glad you've been with us throughout this season here on CMAC. We've enjoyed bringing North Yosemite League football to you. Our thanks to everybody out there in the truck, to Caesar, to Natalie, to Chase.
Yes, thank you.
The whole crew. It's been fun working with you. You're great. And these students from Fresno High School who have been learning, getting hands-on experience tonight. You've done a terrific job, and we wish you all the best in the future. Clock at 18 seconds, probably the final play of the season.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, we're at 8 seconds and counting, as you can hear the student section.
That's a hard pill to swallow right now, but hey, someone had to win.
And that is the 90th annual Little Big Game, as Roosevelt High School wins the battle for the pig, 49-14 over the Fresno High Warriors. And I'm looking down, and Poncho is no longer on the table.
Oh, someone heard me about that 5-carat diamond.
We're going to stick with it for the...
oh, there he is. It looks like the AD has it right there.
We're waiting. There'll be a ceremony in which the pig will be awarded to the victorious side. 3 straight years, the Rough Riders have won this rivalry battle. And it is a game that means so much to the students, to the alumni.
Oh, it's crazy. I'm thinking about a memory that I had, like it was the second time. The second time we played, in the Sunnyside State, in this stadium for the pig, and the whole place was packed. I was so shocked. I would go for this game, and it was amazing. So I vividly remember that. Everyone was just packed.
Well, there you see the Rough Riders celebrating out on the field.
Well deserved. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
And there you see the awarding of the Little Brown Pig. The heavy Little Brown Pig.
The heavy Little Brown Pig, that's right. And no, I was joking. There's no rumor. I totally made that up. There is nothing inside that pig except for a whole bunch of metal.
And there you see the awarding of the little brown pig.
Oh. See, these guys on the field will never forget that. How many other sports can you get about 60 guys together that come from all different backgrounds and get them all to play together and be a team? All right.
Yeah, there you see the emotions, the enthusiasm, and the happiness on the field as the Roosevelt Rough Riders accept for the third consecutive year the Little Brown Pig, having won the Little Big Game, the oldest high school football rivalry in the city of Fresno. The alma mater has been played, and the celebration begins.
The middle of the field. Athletic Director Larry Lopez will now present the Little Big Game trophy. Principal Michael Allen and head coach Vince Trendsetter of Roosevelt High School and the team captain. Thank you to all the Roosevelt High School coaches, players for a great
Fresno High Warriors gathered around their coach in front of their sideline for some final thoughts from the coaching staff.
And sportsmanship. Thank you for your hard work and commitment.
And team pictures are being taken to commemorate this 49-14 victory as they once again are possessors of Poncho, the Little Brown Pig.
Yeah. So the guys that were sophomores that were on varsity have never lost the pig.
That's right. That's right.
Never lost the pig.
It's a nice distinction to take off.
Oh, yes.
Annual Little Big Game. Please drive home safely and have a good night.
Well, that wraps up the activity out on the field as the Rough Riders have concluded the big celebrating and picture taking, but now they're going to gather once again for a little bit more.
He ran off of the pig. What are you
All
doing?
right, let's take a look at how these points were put up on the board, and a lot of them were put up on the board by one Mr. Dejon Giddens, who
Ooh,
was,
that's a special player right there.
He is an exciting player. Here you see him with the handoff. Then a big gainer that initially thought maybe he was down at the one, but nothing doing. He was in the end zone, and Riders going to the air to get down inside scoring position down to the one, and Giddens once again.
Well, what Fresno High did actually poked some holes. It exposed a lot of things with a lot of, some gaps in the Roosevelt defense. So as they're getting tuned up or they're getting prepared for the playoffs, if I'm looking at this field, I'm seeing a lot of things on the defense that I can exploit.
This was the final score of the night for the Warriors as the reverse enabled Mathis to get into the end zone for the touchdown, and then the finale, that was O'Neal, the backup running back who came in.
Beautiful run.
Oh, he ran like a starter.
Oh, yeah. He had 6 carries that were phenomenal.
And that's your second half scoring that brought us to this conclusion, a 49-14 final. The Roosevelt Rough Riders winning the Pig for the third consecutive year. Well, that's going to conclude our North Yosemite League coverage for the 2019 season here on CMAC. Glad you have been with us, and we look forward to much, much more in the months ahead. Again, our final score from Sunnyside Stadium, the Roosevelt Rough Riders 49, the Fresno High Warriors 14. Good night, everybody.
Good night.